Welcome back. It's Doug Schroeder is back again, and it's hard to believe that it's springtime, and
yes,
and we're back at this again. Might be a little early to start putting the petunias in the planter.
Very early for that.
But you can start with the lawn.
The lawn is the first thing I start with. First of all, I call it vacuuming the yard. I run the mower over the yard to begin with, pick up the debris, sediment from the winter, and it really greens up the yard pretty fast.
So is it enough just to go over it with the lawnmower, or should you rake it first? Or I know I see some of the people with the, what's the thing called?
The power rake?
Yep, the power rake.
I love power raking the yard. I do it about every 2 or 3 years to get that thatch and that extra thatch that's built up over the years. The one thing I would tell people, wait till their yard isn't real wet.
Okay.
If the yard is wet, you're going to have a tendency to rip it up very badly.
Oh.
The next step is the first feeding of the year. First step in the year is I wait till about middle April, or right before lilacs are blooming.
Okay.
That usually means the ground temps are about 55 and things haven't completely germinated yet, and you can put down a crabgrass preventer. The second step I do is at Memorial Day. Memorial Day, the dandelions are taking off. So you come back with a weed and feed.
Okay.
That will get a lot of your weeds under control. The third time of the year I fertilize is at Labor Day. This is all cool weather grasses. Cool weather grasses don't grow a lot in the summertime when it's real hot. So wait till late August when it starts cooling down a little bit. The last time of the year, and it's the most important time of the year to fertilize your yard, is in the fall, and I wait till Halloween.
Okay.
Right the end of October, the first part of November is a great last time of the year to fertilize your yard.
So when you're trying to choose a fertilizer, I know you need to do different things at different times of the year. What are all those numbers on the bag of fertilizer telling me?
Basically, it's an analysis of what is in the fertilizer itself.
So let's go take a look at one of these.
Basically, there's an analysis on every bag. It gives you 3 different numbers. This one here is 30, 0, and 4. The first number is for nitrogen. That greens your yard. The second number is for phosphorus. The last number is for potassium. Potassium actually keeps the roots of your grass healthy. The other important thing to look at on the back of the fertilizer is how to apply it. If you have a rotary or a broadcast spreader, it'll give you the number to set your spreader by. If you have a drop spreader, it'll also give you instructions on how to use that.
$3 1/4, you thought?
Yep, 3 1/4 is fine.
Where do we go from here?
Well, we always start with the perimeter, the edges. First do your edges, avoiding any of your landscape.
This actually has a handy dandy little
Yes.
little thing on here that's called an edge guard.
Right.
That will stop the spread on one side so that it doesn't go into your perennials. Otherwise, you just have to basically try to measure it out.
Right. Try to just stay away from your landscape. Maybe you can just go out a little bit further into the yard. Let's start over here. You've done the perimeter. What I do is I start filling in the center of the yard. I do 5-foot swaths, and you want to make sure that you overlap.
Okay.
One of the biggest problems I see in Sioux Falls is a lot of striped yards.
Really?
So a good overlap prevents that.
Thanks, Doug. We've got to take a break. We're going to be back with FastCast right after this.